Welcome, dwellers, to Basement 1F, where Mitch and I have been to the matches.
Indeed we have, Sally. And after attending a dope indie show, Sally and I decided to watch something wrestling flavored.
I bet the wrestling flavor is salty.
That or it tastes like whatever Percocet tastes like.
Well, I found the 2024 Shudder original Dark Match, a film about cults, wrestling, and the lack of sense there within.
So, Dark Match is set in the late 1980s and follows SAW, a low-level wrestling fed. Nick is the main focus, played by Ayisha Issa. She wrestles as a heel named Misbehave, and she's in a feud with Kate the Great, the promotion's top babyface.
Nice. Thanks. DDT. Make it pretty. I got a special fan here tonight.
That feud takes a turn when Nick breaks character during a match and legitimately hits Kate.
What the hell, Nick?
Nick gets fined and Kate acts like she's over it, but she clearly isn't.
Meanwhile, we're introduced to Mean Joe Lean, played by Stephen Ogg, a wrestling veteran in the twilight of his career. He's got history with Nick and still seems to care about her quite a bit. Then Rusty, the promoter, announces they're doing a special one-night event in a remote village.
A real rural spot full of good old boys and backcountry women. You'll love it. Speak for yourself, Rusty.
But the village turns out to be a cult compound. The audience? All followers of a former wrestler named the Prophet, played by Jericho, who used to work a religious gimmick until he went too far in the ring and got punked out by Joe.
What a nut job. I hated that guy.
Once they arrive, they're given a party complete with mystery green liquid that I'm guessing is not Midori. Some of the wrestlers are drugged, and the others are sort of brainwashed, I think.
The matches are organized around elemental themes: wind, water, earth, and fire. Why not have a heart match and summon Captain Planet? I bet he could wrestle.
Incorrect, Sally. The element matches also serve the purpose of making the ring impossible to have an actual match in. Kinda convenient for the actors, really.
Suddenly, all the matches are to the death. Though, no one told the heels. The wind match had a giant fan in the center of the ring. Sure, whatever.
And the fan is important because...
Instead of panicking, the show just moves on. And next is the water match, Nick versus Kate in their rematch. It escalates fast.
Finish her! Finish her!
You think you're so dangerous?
Kate uses a mace, Nick grabs her signature chain, and the fight ends with Nick killing Kate in the ring.
After she's dead, the movie drops the twist that Kate was the Prophet's daughter the whole time.
Oh, okay.
I don't care.
Me either. Who gives a shit?
There's some background talk about a ritual and a broadcast, but they kinda leave it really ambiguous for a long time.
While all this is happening, Joe and a masked luchador named Enigma Jones are locked in a dressing room.
Did you notice security's packing?
Then it's the Earth match. Enigma is forced to fight Kid Humble. I like the Enigma guy.
Then comes the Inferno match.
So you gonna man up and face me?
Patience, man. You're gonna get your chance.
Lazarus gets forced into it, and because his gimmick involves spraying his hair before every match, he basically explodes as soon as the fire starts. It plays more like a sight gag than a horror moment.
And after that, we hit the Spirit match. Hey, Heart! Joe versus the Prophet. It's supposed to be a big final clash, but it's as action-packed as a Star Trek fight scene. And notice that the camera never shows Jericho's tummy for more than a second.
Miss B jumps in with the assist, and the Prophet is gutted.
And that wraps it all up. The promoter pulls up the van, and the three survivors drive away.
Not so fast, Mitch. One cultist lived and I guess plugged the ritual's battery back in. So the cult with the terrible wrestling card won?
And now the devil appears.
Dares face me.
Oh, never mind. It's just an orc from The Lord of the Rings.
I'm really disappointed in this cult. And weirdly, Nick squares up like she's about to fight it. That's where the movie leaves us.
The movie builds something, explains nothing, and then resolves even less.
It wants to blend wrestling with horror, but it doesn't respect either.
My children, a glorious Lupercalia to all of you.
It doesn't understand how wrestling works, and it doesn't know how to build tension. It throws things at the wall and hopes the aesthetic will save it.
And Jericho as the Prophet? A total ham.
5 matches. 5 offerings.
He's got presence in the ring, sure, but here he just rasps through his bad monologues.
To all of you who are fired up with love for liberty, I salute you.
I don't know if it was an acting choice or a bronchial infection.
And if you're an inside wrestling fan, just note that this movie throws wrestling terms around like a kid who learned a new cuss word. Fast, loose, and never uses them correctly.
So, out of curiosity, if Kate broke kayfabe at your expense, would you let her off so easy?
Kate can't break kayfabe. She's not acting.
There's a version of this movie that could have worked. Wrestlers trapped in a death cult show? I mean, that's a decent premise. But this script doesn't earn a single moment. It's all build-up and no follow-through.
If you like horror, the plot is dubious at best and borderline nonsense at worst.
And if you're a pro wrestling fan, this movie might piss you off. Unless you're a Chris Jericho fan. Like a big Chris Jericho fan.
To sacrifice.
If you like what we do and want to support it, head over to basement1f.com. We've got shirts, prints, and some exclusive stuff you probably wouldn't wear to Nana's house.
And if you want to help us keep the lights on and the content coming, check out patreon.com/basement1f.
Join the Sinister Circle tier and Far Superior Cult, and you can help choose what film I cover next. Plus, you'll get exclusive rewards, starting with a shirt in your first month.
That's patreon.com/basement1f. Links in the description.
And as always, dwellers, the nighttime is the right time.
Yeah, bye.
And we got hot dogs and French fries as well.
Ooh, I just love French fries.